The pole hate me cause they weren't no solving. Gunman sound said the club said no smoking, but we brought that smoking. I'm the best of my age, no boasting. We know fanboys hate when I'm ghosting. J last thing, no smoke, let me jump on a tech, call my babes on lotion. Be up there, you don't poke him, GM's cut when the guns are poaching.
We're back, Sling Libations, it's Sam Greedy, and today we are making a Bloody Mary, guys. I really love a Bloody Mary, one of my favourite drinks, mainly because you can do so many different things with it. And because of that, today we're going to be infusing tomato juice with some onions, with some garlic, bit of salt, bit of lemon juice as well. It's really going to bring that Bloody Mary out. First things first is we've got to chop the onion. Now, it doesn't have to be any kind of really fine, or it can be roughly chopped. Main thing is that you want it kind of big so the surface area is infusing with that tomato juice in the pan. So we're going to get a pan on a medium heat, and you just want a little bit of olive oil. Now, what we're going to be using for specs wise today is we're using a litre of tomato juice, and we're going to amount it to 1 onion. Now, the amount of garlic you put in is going to vary. I love garlic, so I'm going to put quite a lot in. Obviously, you don't have to do it. You can put more in if you're even more of a garlic fiend. I'm just going to throw this into the pan. Get those onions in there, Jack. Lovely. Later on, I'm going to start chopping up a little bit of garlic. Key thing with garlic, for me anyway, because I love garlic so much, I always put it in last, so that brings out the flavour the most. Right, so I'm going to go with 6 bulbs. A lot of people, you might want like 2 or 3. As I said, because I really like it, that's what I'm going for. You look at the onions now, they're starting to golden out massively. This is now when you want to add your tomato juice. I'm going to add it, so a litre of tomato juice for 1 average size onion. Now with this tomato juice is in, now we can turn it up a little bit. So right now we're kind of making it like a pasta sauce almost. That's what the flavors are. But obviously it's a Bloody Mary, so we need some spice, we need some heat. Personally, I love paprika. I'm a huge fan of smoked paprika. I will be putting Tabasco in later on. So I always say keep this not too spicy. You can always add spice later on. So I'm gonna go with 2 pretty decent spoons like that. That's pretty much all we've got in here of paprika. I'm just going to put all of that in. That was pretty much two teaspoons. It's not that much. Paprika isn't overly spicy. It's just got a nice smoke to it. I'm going to put a bit of salt. Salt is always good. And that's it. Again, you want it pretty roughly chopped. Nothing too crazy with the garlic. Again, it's just going in there to infuse. We're going to bang it in. As you can see with this now, got a nice little bubble to it, which is perfect. This is kind of where we want it. We know it's hot enough that the tomato juice is kind of soaking up the flavors of the things that we're putting in there. So, and then basil. Spoon in! Let's get that stirred. This is smelling absolutely lovely. I've got onions, garlic, basil, tomato juice, bit of salt, smoked paprika. I want to put some pepper in there as well. Can't ever forget about the peps. And again, whatever you've got at home, if you want to throw it in, guys. It's completely up to you. It's your preference on the drink. I'm just trying to kind of maybe help give you some kind of guidelines. So I'm just going to crush up some black peppercorns here. I don't happen to have a pepper grinder here, which is why I'm doing it in a weird way. That's really starting to take place now. So this has been on the simmer for about 5 minutes. Best thing you got to do is always try it. Just always got to taste it. Make sure it's good. Oh damn, that's lovely. Now personally, put a little bit more basil in, a little bit more salt. Salt always just kind of helps out bring the flavors out a little bit. You try it and it's a little bit bland and the flavors aren't really coming through. Give it a couple more minutes. It's been simmering probably for about 15 minutes in total. So we want to take it off the heat immediately. And the main thing we want to do now is just decant it. All the tomato juice into here, very simply. Now, we are not going to get rid of any of the excess here. I've got a really awesome, cool little sliders idea that we're going to do. So there's my Bloody Mary mix. I'm not going to put it in a glass bottle yet. I'm just going to throw it straight in the fridge. Boom! Right, so as I said, about 10-15 minutes is needed. So we're going to make some food using leftover stuff, because you know. But to be honest, I'm just trying to fill some time. I've got to let that stuff chill. Hungry and boom! Chop up the halloumi. Now, I'm not a chef, so I'm not really going to talk much about this. I don't feel like I have the right to. Big up to all my chefs out there holding it down. Okay, so chop that up. That's starting to boil up. We're going to have a little bit of vegetable oil. Pa-ping, just like that. You can't have a sandwich unless the buns are slightly toasted, you know what I mean? All right, so you don't want that on too long. Just enough, oh, look at that, to just toast it up. Lovely toasted bread, that smells awesome. Even that pan out, and now what we're gonna do is throw the halloumi on. Now, one of the main reasons we're doing this, guys, oh, that smells so good, is to use up the excess onions, garlic, basil, all that good stuff. So it's been cooling for a while. What I'm gonna do, not yet, is I'm gonna finish it in the pan just at the end, just to kind of, almost like a little salsa. I don't know really, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along here. All right, beautiful, beautiful. I think it's gonna be all right, Jack. I hope you're hungry. I always overcook halloumi, so I like to turn it straight away. All right, let's turn this heat way down. It's that chefy thing, isn't it? Rossellini. All right, now to make it a little bit interesting, halloumi, really, really salty. I got some nice kind of caramelized onion, garlic, basil that's been sitting in tomato. A little bit of sweetness on the honey. It's just gonna give it that little extra bit. So we don't wanna go too much. Obviously it is honey, but, oh, fuck it, yeah, we do wanna go too much. Oh, damn, girl. Look at that bubble, Jack. Hang, that looks good. It smells even better. Oh, what a good idea this was. Jack's gonna be taking my recipes off me now. Woo! Woo! We got any seasoning? Woo! Why not? 5 spice. Big up Harry, George, John, Holly Mountain, gang. He's got all your 5 spice needs. Oh, mate. Are you mad? Right, so those are pretty much done. As you can see, I keep on turning them. Oh, that's getting a bit brown now. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna put these on. Do it at home. Just make yourself some breakfast while you got your Bloody Mary mix chilling, you know? May as well. So I'm just gonna quickly blanch like the tomato sauce stuff. I left a bit of the tomato in. Oh my gosh, is this a cocktail show or? Right, I just wanted to warm that up a little bit. I'm gonna throw it on it. Oh, there you go, little sarnies for us. Salut. Oh my God, Jack, try that. The mix will probably be done now. I'm just gonna eat this. So as you can see, we've taken our Bloody Mary mix out of the fridge. It's looking a little bit darker, a little bit richer. I want to say, guys, if you're not a fan of vodka, you can switch it up a little bit. There's a drink called a Bloody Maria, which is tequila based. You can do it with gin. You don't have to do it. You can do it with whatever. So as you can see, these are all our ingredients. We've got our tomato juice that's infused. We've got our non-branded vodka. We're not going for anything too crazy today. I'm on furlough like a lot of the world is, so time's a little bit hard. We're going for just a nice non-branded vodka. Tabasco, pepper, salt, lemon. That's pretty much it. The only other ingredient you might normally have is Worcestershire sauce. As I said, because we've done this homemade today, I'm leaving that element of the drink out. First things first, we're gonna get a glass. Bang! Cool, so the way we're gonna make this Bloody Mary is we're gonna build it in a glass over ice. Nice and simple, we're gonna stir it down as we're building it. In bars, they can throw it. You might see them with a big tall glass all the way down. That's cool if you've got the equipment and you're practiced at it, but I'm imagining you're gonna do this at home in your gardens. You don't want Bloody Mary and tomato juice everywhere, so we're just gonna do the nice and simple way. Glass full of ice, bang. Vodka, this is a non-branded vodka. I'm not going for anything too fancy because like half the world, I'm on furlough right now, but the tomato juice is the main star of the show. We're not going for an amazing spirit. So we're gonna start with our base spirit, 50 ml. Now, if you haven't got one of these lovely little jiggers at home, you could use a shot glass if you got one. You could do it by eye if you want, but what I'm saying is 50 ml roughly. That's a good amount. That's what you want in there. That's the kind of base amount of spirit you want in any kind of cocktail, really. So we've got the vodka in, then we're gonna go for some lemon juice. Got half a lemon here. You've cut it in half. We're gonna cut it in half again, and we're just gonna squeeze it in, just like so. Simple as that there. Then we're gonna get a spoon. Again, last week I used a bar spoon. If you haven't got one, you could use whatever. Just a normal spoon will probably be all right, probably be suffice. We're gonna start stirring it now, because I wanna mix the vodka and the lemon juice immediately. That's good, that's sound. It's kind of nice and mixed up, that's all we need really. Now I'm gonna put the spice and then I'm gonna put the tomato juice on top. The reason I'm doing it like that is because I want it to layer in so it all mixes in. If I just poured the tomato juice on and then all the spices, yeah, it will stir, but they might sit at the top a bit. So I kind of want everything to be nice and like normal, easy, sound. Tabasco, this can blow your head off, be careful with it. I really like it, so I'm gonna go with like 4, maybe 5. But yeah, just be careful, do it to your preference, try some before you have it. You don't wanna ruin the drink too spicy. Bang, 5, easy, sorted, done. Then we're gonna go for a pinch of salt, not too much. Again, you can always add some at a later date. Salt, sodium can really ruin drinks and food. So put a little bit and then gradually add. I recommend doing it like that. Now I'm going for a bit of black pepper. Again, I haven't got a pepper mill to hand, so I'm doing it this weird way, but at home, I'm sure you got a pepper mill, you just bang it in. Shorted! There you go, my uncrushed peppercorns. So you got salt, vodka, pepper, lemon, Tabasco. Now I'm gonna pour the beautiful Bloody Mary base juice stuff that we made earlier. And again, guys, just gonna give that another stir. Now I'm sure you're thinking, where's the horseradish? Where's the red wine? Where's the port? Where's this? Where's that? The best thing about a Bloody Mary is you can put so much different things into it. If you're making a bourbon one with whiskey, you could put candied bacon. There are loads of different things. So I really encourage you to try different stuff. I've gone for a more simple approach today. If I had some red wine, I might finish that on. Red wine just finishes it very, very nicely. But I'm happy with this today. So I'm just gonna put a nice little straw. And the best garnish, personally for me, not everyone likes them. It's a bit of hit and miss, but I'm gonna go for a nice big pickle, just like so. Top the glass off with ice. Excuse my hands. Again, this drink is for me. And there we go. There's your Bloody Mary. By Long Libations, by Sam. It's me. Looks lovely. Oh, tastes even better. That's the spicy one. With the garlic, the onions, it really comes through. Lovely. There you go, you got some basil for the nose as well. So when you go into it, ooh, basil. Basil! Boom, that's been another episode of Long Libations. I've been your man, Sam Greedy. This has been the Bloody Mary. If you've got any ideas, any requests on drinks you want to see, any cool things you want me to do in the video, please let me know. I'm open to anything. And yeah, like and subscribe. Bang that bell! Have a good night. Enjoy your Sunday. Big ups!